every day.
She's a blue-headed pianist. I try to get her put up
Yes, you
before
did,
I come
Rhonda.
on here.
Hi,
Yes,
baby.
it's Chloe.
Hello, Chloe.
Aw.
Hi, Chloe.
I had
Hello.
2 eclectus and 2 green cheeks, so I love birdies.
Oh, Eclectus. Eclectus. I like
Eclectic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Allison, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Hi, Allison.
Hey there.
We're literally just finishing trying to ram an earring through that ear that, just doesn't go through so easily. Is it your right ear or your left ear, Paula? That's the niggly
It's
one.
my left ear, and I couldn't get the back to go on, so it's just kind of hanging in there. If it falls
Okay.
off, someone let me know.
Okay.
I don't
If
think
we
it'll
see it
show up,
fall
though.
off and cling to some hair.
So
So,
I literally, my glasses have to go here for me to see everybody. So I just see blurry.
Jennifer.
Go like this to see my neck.
And were BFFs forever. I like that. Were BFFs forever. How did you come up with that name? And Radley Holmes, hello. Hey, Rosani. Okay, right. We are excited that we have got Diana from At Lonely in Truth with us today. And we've got we've got a couple of topics because we would not be coming on here and taking your valuable time unless we had at least lightly planned something in the background, like on email a couple of days ago. So today we thought we'd have a little chat about like motivation, like when it's lacking, and also obviously discouragement and how to overcome discouragement. You know what? Let's just get into some fun stuff. Like Diana, tell us about your book. Diana, tell us. Because,
I'll just tell you. I
just
got
tell
a little blurb. I could read it. It's easier because it's always hard to explain. But
if you want to read your blurb, or you can just tell us and refer to your blurb, but show us your book and all that.
well, okay. So it's Lonely in Truth, the Cassandra Phenomenon, what the world won't believe about your autistic partner. And it says, these are stories of raw truth from women of Cassandra syndrome. Do you feel belittled or put down for speaking honestly about your life with your autistic spouse? Are you living in a lonely and isolated world because your struggles are dismissed, as friends and family say, but he seems just fine? Are you at your wit's end because no one believes you or supports your decision to leave or stay? Cassandra syndrome can leave non-autistic partners feeling dismissed and perceived as crazy. The real-life stories shared here depict hidden struggles, highlighting the emotional impact and the bravery of women speaking out about what truly happens in their lives with their partners. While there may not be a happy ending, their truths foster awareness and shine a light at the end of a dark tunnel. And there's more. But yeah, it's just about having a very difficult time in a no-diverse relationship. And we just kind of talk about it because it's not really talked about a whole lot. And so there's 13 stories in here of just women's stories and what they go through, and put it together. And my channel supports women in these types of relationships, good, bad, and ugly, because there's good too. And but yeah, it really digs into the Cassandra syndrome of just being dismissed by what we really go through. And also, I have a story from an autistic man in here too, to hear his perspective. And it kind of helps to guide, like I did this book, my Lonely in Love book, is when we realize that they have autism, because we don't know. We could be married for 10, 20 years. And this just kind of the aha moment. But it really gets the difference, because a lot of people think they could just be just narcissistic and say they're terrible and leave. But really, a lot of the times that might not be the case. So I kind of help to balance that thought. So that's it.
Okay,
Thank
and
you for letting me share that.
Have you got 13 different stories, did you say, from
Yes.
13 different women?
Yes.
Ah, interesting. Yes. Yeah.
It's kind of, I used to say chicken soup for the soul stories, but that's it's different, but there's stories, kind of like that format, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's about being in a relationship with a neurodivergent partner.
Yes. Mainly
essentially.
autistic, mainly men is what we talk about most because the Cassandra syndrome affects women more. They have a whole thought about that on how men don't need the kind of relationship that women do. So it affects it more difficult for the woman than if a woman's autistic and the man not. But there's a lot of talk on that. It's just still, we're still figuring it out. And I just wanted to get on, and it was, I'd finished the book last year. That's why I started my channel, Lonely in Truth. And then I tried to find an agent for a year. That's why it took a year to finally get it out there. So I ended up self-publishing, which is nice. I'm going to change, this cover is going to be changed to match this one more. So my Lonely series will be a little more matchy. This is very in your face. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for
Nice. Did anyone have any questions about that? Because I'm quite intrigued about the publishing process myself, but just wondered if you had any questions to for Dinah on that.
Yeah. If anybody wants to publish, I'd love to help. I've been through, I know exactly what not to do. I need to do a channel on that.
You do. That would be
My daughter's in the
awesome.
publishing business.
Huh?
My daughter's in the publishing business.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Or at least do a video or two on it for us.
I could. Yeah, I could do that. I tried to expand my channel because it is such a small niche. And I remember the last time I was here, I was in a funk. And I'm glad we're doing this on motivation. I was saying now I just want to keep going on the Cassandra, but it's a very small niche. And on a YouTube, you want to reach everybody. But I'm kind of sticking with Cassandra more because it's just so needed. And I feel like I'm helping. And, it's just going to grow or it's not. And then I can expand it later. But YouTube is a trip. I just have to figure it out as we go, I think.
Absolutely.
And you're helping us, Karen.
Your channel has got good subs, though, hasn't it?
Huh?
Your channel has got a good amount of subs, good subs.
It does. I've really focused in on long form and Cassandra only. So the numbers have gone down, but I'm getting more substance, which is really important to grow community. So I'm not in a bad mood like I was. It's just going to take time.
Yeah.
You have a channel like that. So.
Yeah. Just this comment by Cheryl, I paid a lot for a publisher and will probably not get my money back, but that's okay. 100%. I think, any money that you spend invested in yourself and your, like realizing your dreams and your ambitions and everything is money well spent, because how much money do we end up by wasting sometimes on like sweaters or something? Do you know what I mean? Or, shoes or something, So yeah, amazing. Does your partner know that you wrote those books?
He does and he doesn't. He just kind of
Yeah, it's your thing.
Yeah, we're very, very separate. It says in the ending, we're together, but we live separately, and it's just kind of that friendship aspect of it. And for us, it's different for everybody as far as that goes. But yeah, so he's fine. I have talked to him about it. I haven't kept it secret. There's some, this one's a little more deep. This really digs into, but I try to stay respectful as I can. We're just people trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hello, Mike. Let's just say hi to a few people. Hey, Krista.
Trying to read that.
Oh, Karen, we have a huge announcement within our community. Our wonderful Miss Simply Debbie Sue has reached 1,000 subscribers.
I saw that.
Round of applause. Yay, Debbie Sue.
Wow.
Well
Wow.
deserved.
Deserves
Right.
more.
So what
Huge
is that like?
accomplishment.
What was that last like a week ago? What were you on, Debbie Sue? Like, did you have like a big? Were you up at 900 something a week ago, or that's so great?
Somebody else is.
It is.
Yeah, I think she was in the 900s last week.
Right. I think she was.
Okay, we're thinking about how to increase the size. Do you mean of the comments, Krista?
Yeah, there's,
Increase the size?
if you want subscribers, shorts.
True.
That's how I got a lot of subscribers, but they don't listen to my long videos. So it's kind of a, you know,
Same.
Yeah,
That's
what
how
do
I got most of my subscribers too, but they don't watch my long videos either.
yeah.
Here's Debbie Sue.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So what did you jump up, Debbie Sue? Like, what was your last week? Tell us a bit more info about that. And Cheryl, tell us about your book name, please. Oh, here we go. Text size is really small. All right, let's have a little look at that. All right, so while we're doing that, and we're talking a little bit about motivation, talk about motivation. Tell us, Paula, that was your topic. So speak to us, girl.
Okay, and everybody excuse Rambo for joining the live. He's the most popular person on my channel, so he wanted to be a part of everything. Well, I have been in some kind of YouTube doldrum. I think that's a good word for it. For a month or so, I didn't want to go live. I wanted to go live with my friends here. Their Friday night lives have still been awesome and fun. But when it came to individual lives, I just was like, I don't know a good time. I don't know a good day. I don't want to comb my hair. I don't have anything to talk about. Just a big, big whine baby fest. So I said as much to Allison, who's here on the live with us. I said, I have lost all motivation to work on my channel. I'm just there. I don't want to go live. I'm just sick of it. And so Allison said to me, and she may have been joking. Allison, you can chime in a minute on that. But Allison said to me, why don't you do a video from Rambo's point of view? And I was like, that would be really...
You're like, maybe.
After I thought a bit about it for a few minutes, I thought that would be really fun. So Rambo and I went for a walk, and I did a video from his point of view. And I had to learn how to do, I had never changed a voice before, and everything in tech is a big deal to me. Nothing is easy to learn at my age and my technology level. So I did a voiceover, and then I had to figure out how to put a funny voice on it, and I had to learn a couple of things. And somehow that just jolted me out of my YouTube doldrum, okay? And I think it was the very next morning, about 10 o'clock, I looked over at my sink, and it was full of dirty dishes. I'm the dishwashing diary person, or one of the dishwashing diary people. And I thought, I'm going to go live at 3 o'clock today, and I'm going to wash dishes. And I did. And it was fun. And then by George, I went for a walk this morning, and I thought, if I can get to the top of that incline, I called it a hill, but not so much. And I was really out of breath and I want to go home. I thought, if I can get to the top of that incline, I'm going to sit down in the chairs we have up there, and I'm going to see if I have enough service to go live. And I did, and it was fun. I met some new people, got some new subscribers. And so somehow, for some reason, Allison, thank you, Allison. Allison's suggestion just jolted me out of my total and complete lack of YouTube motivation. I guess it was just doing something new and learning a little something new. It just jolted me out. So, yeah.
Well, I want to follow that up with, I've noticed something this week on all of us, and I would love to get the original crew, like the people that were on the first time that we all got together, because we were all pretty much starting our channels. And I have to say, Karen, your videos have been hysterical. The little, just do it, with the car and all that. But it's like, I see a different side of you. You're so much more confident, even though you're always confident. But it's a fun side of you. And then Evie has totally found her groove big time.
Thank you.
Like huge with the painting. And
Evie's a painter.
You too. You finally you're doing your exercise. We see the change in you. You might have been in the dumps, but it's just, and I figured out what I need to do on my channel. I haven't done it yet because I'm in the middle of this booth move. moving my space. So
Right.
I haven't been able to really do the video, but I'm going to start, I do the hauls, and then I'm going to do a video after a haul and explain why I bought it, like what I thought the purpose was, or what my customers want, how much I bought it for, and what I hope to sell it for. So it's like it all clicked with me, and I see it clicking with each of us. It's just happening.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
as you say, also you had a couple of weeks, didn't you, Alison? Like, as you say, you
Oh,
were
yeah.
just with your migraine and everything.
Right.
And then just when you're like, I can face making a video,
Yeah.
And you made like, maybe it was even a 15-minute one, just sort of updating and everything.
Right.
So, yeah. So what about everyone else? Like when we're slightly lacking in motivation, like just like specifically on YouTube. Does anyone, or does anyone
Maybe
never?
maybe it was just me and Allison that were lacking in motivation. No one else felt unmotivated. It's
Well,
okay if you didn't.
I can say that I have felt unmotivated with just certain glitches, like not getting comments or not getting the amount of views, or you spend like a week and a half editing and you get really low views or something like that. That kind of just makes me, but I have a hard time stopping. I was telling Karen, my wrists are in trouble because I'm constantly editing, constantly doing videos, just constantly can't stop. For a year, I haven't stopped. I have a video every day for a year.
Wow.
Well, a lot of it were shorts, but I do like 3 shorts in a day. I was just
Okay. Yeah,
And
I have
it's
408 videos up.
okay. I was going to say it's part of Cassandra syndrome because once you start talking, you can't stop about what's going on. But the motivations kind of can come and go with different feelings on things. Because when you're just something doesn't work right, or you're just, I try to do skits, my videos just to make it more funny because it's kind of a dark subject, and I try to work so hard on it and just think, what am I doing this for? What is all this about? And that's where the motivation can kind of just be like, oh, I worked so hard, and what am I doing? And then I'll get a comment that just erases all that. I don't know if you've noticed. It's like all of a sudden, like you did with the dishes, or just something just sparks and somebody helps you. And I think the motivation lack of doesn't last very long, especially when we have support. And this group, just the little bit I've come and gone and so supportive. Hearing from Karen today, I was kind of in the dumps today because I just don't feel very good. And then being invited here, I just got the spark again, like, oh, cool. I'll talk about my book. Okay, I got to get it out there, So, yeah.
I think another reason, and I'm sort of embarrassed to talk about this, but I'm going to anyway. I talked about this on my dishwashing live. Another reason I may have been feeling very unmotivated is because I watched a couple of those channels where their first or second video got them monetized, and they have like a cajillion subscribers and a cajillion views, and I'm like, crap. And I said on my dishwashing live, it's not that I envy them. Like, I want their success and I don't want them to have their success, because that's what envy means to me, wanting to take someone else's thing. But I'm a tad jealous. Like, I'm glad you're successful, but
I know.
I wish I could be that successful too.
I know. Yeah,
And
that's right.
Yeah. Sometimes that gets me a little bit like, what's the point? But the point is community and just keeping on, and eventually we'll reach our goals as long as we don't quit. Because if we quit, there's no way we're ever going to reach our goals. We're done. So,
Yep.
yeah.
I just wanted to say too that you can't necessarily judge by what it shows, how many videos a person has versus subscribers versus whatever date they started their channel. Because I was watching this man and he was talking about YouTube. I don't remember what he was saying or his name, but he had 10 videos up and he had, I don't know, 60 some thousand subscribers or so. It was a massive amount for 10 videos. And I went and I looked at the date the videos were out. They were pretty recent. And then I looked at his channel description and it was years back. And sometimes I know they link their Instagram over to, or TikTok over to YouTube. But someone asked him in the comments, dude, how did you blah, 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 blah. And he goes, because I'm changing the direction of my channel, I have privated all my videos but the last 10. So its looks are deceiving. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they weren't a one-hit wonder. Unless they tell you that, it might only seem that way.
Good
Did
point.
I leave you all speechless?
No, I've thought that too, and I was gonna, I've been listening to people that have 50,000 subscribers or 50. It's not a lot of money consistently. Like I cannot so you'll get where you're up there and you're going, and it's really more about loving what you do. That sometimes it's not going to pay consistently. So if you really need it because if you make it really big, make all that money, and then just quit your job maybe, and then sometimes it can go down, or maybe your niche will just kind of wear out and you have to start another direction. So I've seen that too, where I look at it, but that can be deceiving because it's not really the case. I know one that was really popular, and she went from so many videos like cut in half, and I thought, what? But she's probably doing the same thing, just getting different. You have to travel. You have to kind of, if you want the big money, if you want to quit your job, there's a lot more to do. That's what I'm hearing. So
True.
But I still think that takes away from being a real person. But I guess if you want to make it a job where you make money, that would be a good idea to try to refine it a little bit. But it's like parenthood doesn't really pay anything, but it's very rewarding. So there's a lot of things we do that we don't get paid for, and we reap wonderful benefits from. And I think anything that is, without the exception of a few times, anything that's worthwhile takes time, love, and patience and nurturing, and that includes yourself while you're going through it.
yeah, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think too, you can watch those, like what Paula was talking about, those people that they had a video that popped off, and I don't know if y'all have seen Oh Me Living Mike
Better. Yeah.
Yeah, Ain't Dead, You Ain't Done channel. And he talked about that. And he talked about his video going viral and how difficult it was for him the next however many months after that, because he didn't know what to do with that per se, struggled. But my sidekick down here, either snoring or barking. But, in when you're in, my field of work, you look at a bell curve. We learn how to do research about stuff, and there's a bell curve, and there's outliers. In everything you research, there are outliers. And if you think about how many people are on YouTube and for how long that they, stay consistent and to continue to do that, compared to those people that had the videos that popped off and were immediately monetized, they're way out here on the bell curve. The outliers. There's a whole bunch of people in this part of it, and we forget that.
Yeah, I think we
More
lose
of
some of
us,
their.
like us, then there are the outliers, and then you've got those people that put up 2 or 3 videos and never do anything else. So there's outliers on both ends, and I try to remind myself that. And you start comparing, it's real easy to get discouraged.
True.
You get discouraged, then you don't have the motivation.
Right.
I know very well what I call the 11th commandment, thou shalt not compare thyself to others. I learned that in graduate school, but I still end up doing it sometimes.
We all do. I think
Yeah.
we all do, Paul. It's a human. And then, to feel, I think we feel both. We're envious that they got it and we want it, and we're jealous because we're afraid that they get it, so it might take away from me. And sometimes I have to unplug from consuming and step back and kind of get quiet. And then my creative stuff starts coming back. And then I remember, why am I doing this? You know, like
I
what
still
Diana
don't get
talked about.
notifications, Rhonda. I still don't get your notifications.
You don't? I don't know what, I don't
And
know.
I'm subscribed with the bell.
I don't know. You want
So
I can text you?
Yeah, I search, I'll search because like if I haven't seen something from Karen or something from you, because I don't get hers either.
Really? Yeah.
I'll go and search it because I'm like, they couldn't have gone this long without a video.
Yeah. I've
You know,
consistently, yeah.
I have such a specific niche. If I don't put Cassandra's sister or Cassandra syndrome, it doesn't get out. So if I'll have something different, like a skit that's just funny, but it still has to kind of do with us. If I don't really put in the title, so if there's a specific thing that you're looking for, why you, I think I could be wrong, you subscribe to that particular video, it might see you as that's the topic about it. So it might, Karen, help me. How do I describe it? Like it's looking for that audience. So if you have kind of I'm not sure. Well, I'm thinking of like Dawn, Resting Witch Fig. Hers is just every day about her life.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't make sense in that because she can have all different types. It could be on money. It could be on this. So it is kind of confusing because I've noticed that my consistent viewers, they'll say, well, I never got that video, right? Just like what you're saying. Like, why didn't it come to me? And I hit I don't know what it is. And then I thought maybe because I'm not putting Cassandra syndrome in there on the title or something. So it can know
Maybe
to
so.
bring it to those. But how does it know those people just want that? I don't know.
It's an enigma, right? Is that the right word for the algorithm? It's an enigma.
It seems to be a evil and good at the same time.
It does. And Rhonda, going back to what you were talking about in a way, one of our friends had said in our chat that he went through his list of channels he was subscribed to and cleaned out a lot of channels that he wasn't watching. And I decided to do that today. And I found so many channels that I had subscribed to where the people stopped making content like 6 months ago or more.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, I wonder what happened to her. I wonder what happened to him, or wonder why they quit. Then I start pondering that. But there are so many channels. I bet I cleaned out 10 today from people who have apparently quit because they've had no activity on their channel for 6 months or longer. One for almost a year, 2 for almost a year. So, yeah, there's going to be those that just make a few and then quit or stop or life happens or something. You're right.
What do you mean, Goodish, about you have to choose personalized or all?
Oh, and I learned that Goodish's name is Pam, if we didn't know that already, and she will respond to Goodish or Pam. She says whatever rolls off your tongue the easiest.
Huh.
Well, what Goodish is talking about is when you hit subscribe, if you click it again, a menu comes up, and that's
Yeah.
where you hit the bell. And it also says personalize or no notifications. So you just pick what you want for that particular channel.
Oh.
Like my husband is subscribed to me, but rarely does he watch anything. So I'm sure he's not notified.
I heard my husband listening to me yesterday. I'm like, turn that thing off after you're done watching it.
I thought you were going to say you don't listen to me when I'm talking to you. Why would you watch a video?
Okay. This is a message for Ephraim. Ephraim, if you are watching this, no good deed goes unpunished, man.
He's probably upstairs. Yeah, he's probably.
Well, and I watched, and she's in the chat. Just simply just Krista. She did a video. I don't know if you released that today, but it was about who's in control. Or do we have any control over what YouTube does with our content? And I got a good belly laugh out of it because she's talking about that. And then she said, are you chasing the carrot? And she holds up this carrot. And I just started laughing because that's what it feels like sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just chasing a carrot.
So
And,
I've got a question on this notifications. I always put it on all. Why would I
Yeah.
put personalized? Would that give me more? Would it show up more? Because like Karen, I don't get yours and I don't get Rhonda's.
I don't know.
What are people's thoughts about the all or personalized? If you've got all must, I mean, personalized is surely a subset of all, isn't it? So all must mean.
That's what
all.
I thought.
Yeah.
Can I?
All I wonder is whether you want to try no notifications or something, and then come back half an hour. You know what I mean? Come back later and just hit the notifications again and try that.
Karen, I just put your channel name in so I searched it so that I could see how I subscribe to you. And a video pops up. Don't be a YouTuber over 40 in 2026.
Yeah. Okay. Which is probably a few videos ago, maybe.
No, it's not you. It's Stephen Thompson.
Oh, I thought you
made
meant it
it-
was Karen.
He made it a year
Oh.
ago. This
Okay, so
video,
this is interesting. So did you put in YouTube over 40 or did you put in at?
I put YouTube over 40.
Okay,
I
so
wanted to
that'll,
see the channel.
that'll pick up all the hashtags then, won't it? So Stephen
guess
Thompson. So he's
It
gone and
must have.
made, my guess is he's gone and made the most popular video in the last year about don't be a YouTuber in 2026 or something. So that'll,
Yeah.
I think that's what that is. Yeah.
Well, he used your name, YouTuber over 40. It's not like he was referring to you, but the
Yeah.
title of his video was "Don't be a YouTuber over 40." So when I put in the search YouTube over 40, his video popped up.
Yeah. Okay. Sandra, he watches but doesn't listen when I'm talking to him. And then Jennifer, before, if anyone saw, said her husband isn't allowed to watch her videos. Why isn't he allowed to watch your videos, Jennifer? I do get it though. Like I would be very disturbed. I don't want to hear if anyone's watching my videos at my house, which they're not. But I wouldn't want to hear that either. Like it's just like, you know, find something better to do. Yeah, Krista, it'll pick up all the
I like
hashtags.
it. I like it when my husband watches mine. Every once in a while, I'll hear my voice in the other room, and I'll go look and I'll say, "Oh, I like that one," or "Oh, you picked the wrong one to watch."
Yeah.
I give him the rating while he's watching it.
Yeah. He's read the assignment. He knows what he
Randy only watches Rambo shorts or a video of us together back on the hill doing something. He never watches just me, but I'm trying not to take it personally.
Oh. I just subscribed to someone and it automatically puts personalized. I just even think about it. I just always hit the bell, but maybe people don't hit the bell because it just automatically says, I don't know. Cute. On my phone, it doesn't get, you have to scroll down. Oh. They should just do all for everybody.
Look at Krista's comment. Krista says, my daughter sent me a video of my grandkids watching my videos. They were glued to the tube. I love that.
That's
so
funny.
sweet.
When I see Catherine, at Catherine's place, she sent me a screenshot of my video that was up on her computer, and her dog Sid was watching Chloe, my bird, in the video.
Sandra, he's amazed that I'm out engaging with people. He likes that I enjoy it so much, but also my openness about my ostomy. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
One more thought about motivation. Something I was talking about on my live this morning. Oh, and I always mess up this woman's channel. Tracy Talks. I'll have to look it up and tell y'all later. But we were talking about how we can't, if we want to be successful at anything, whether it's exercising or YouTube or whatever, we can't really just sit around and wait for the motivation. We know that we have to get up and do whatever we have to do. We can't sit and wait. And I know that. I've always known that. But sometimes it still slips out of my head for about a month till Allison comes along and jogs my memory with her suggestion. Yeah. But I think that's a good point. If we want to be successful at anything, we can't really sit around and wait to be motivated. We just have to do it. Easier said than done. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so I got hey guys, I've done my challenge, my 7-day challenge. I didn't do one day, but you know how we were talking about shorts last week, so I did do a shorter day this week, which was quite fun, and it was quite time consuming. Like, it was an everyday thing, but I loved it for the experiment and the push and just the doing some different things. And even I have to say that, like, I've had a couple of shorts do well, like 1,000 or something like that in this last week, but probably the one that I'm probably most pleased with and isn't going to do as well, but I'm actually just so happy with it. But it's just one where I've just done a little, I think it's 1 minute and 15 seconds little tech tutorial about the green screen background, because I do promise on my channel that I'm going to, do some little basic tech tutorials. So for me, that's just something that, I'm just happy to have there as a little evergreen. So I'm quite pleased about that. So, but it was a good little challenge to set me, because it just made me get out of my comfort zone and do some different things. And Alison was geeing me along, saying that she really liked that little soft toy one, the little Angry Bird.
Yeah.
A couple of those. But yeah. So what about when we are? So we've sort of talked about just doing it when we're feeling a bit unmotivated. What else can we do when we're feeling discouraged?
Well, I suggest you text Allison or
Yes, exactly.
If I read my text.
and another friend I texted did a different thing, but it also helped me. Mrs. G, we all know Mrs. G at Heartily Happy. I texted her the same thing. I have zero motivation, and she took a different approach. She didn't give me a suggestion. She didn't say, "You better get back on that horse, girl." You know how Miss G is. Child, you better get back to that computer and do something. She didn't do that. Yeah, she just said, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't know the exact words. She said, if you need a short break, take a short break. I called it a sabbatical. If you feel like that's what you need, take a short break and come back to it when you're ready. And that too was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's probably what I've done, and now I'm ready. So I fully recommend reaching out to a friend, maybe two friends, because if one gives you one idea, and you might get a different idea from another friend. So yeah, text two friends, and see what help they can offer.
Yeah. Rhonda, do you have any tips for us?
I made a few notes. I think, I've learned motivation is garbage. If you wait till you're motivated, you won't ever, do it. But it's taking the action or some sort of motion, which is kind of what Paula's talking about. She texts two friends. That's an action.
True.
And said, I feel this way. And so, in that, that was some sort of movement. And whether she took one choice or the other, she felt better,
Mm-hmm.
when she got feedback back. So that's kind of the motivation thing is that sometimes it's just doing it when you don't feel like doing it. I'm not motivated. I don't want to do this. I'm discouraged. And okay, just do it anyway. Don't think about it. Just do it or do something. And, any kind of action gets you started. And so often for me, I can speak for me, is when I get discouraged or unmotivated, it's because I had some sort of expectation. And that expectation of my channel should be doing better than it is, or I should have more subscribers. And so I just reframe that. I think my last video, trending, I've had some that have been doing very well, and my last one, has not. But if there were 54 people standing out in my front yard and I went out my front door and looked at those 54 people, I'd be a little like this, thinking, oh, I only got 54 people that watched this video. But if they were in person standing in my front yard, I would be like, whoa, wait a minute,
Yeah.
And,
I did have a dream the other night. I think I told Paula. I had a dream that we got on this live and you guys are all screaming at me, look at your subscribers, look at your subscribers. And I'm like, what? you hit 1,000. I'm like, I was just at 404.
Yeah.
So
The
I'm
dream,
dreaming
the
about
dream.
it. I'm dreaming about it.
Yeah. And you just kind of get into acceptance. I mean, I've been up and down. I've been, real close to 1,000 subscribers. And it's, up to,
There I am.
3,
I
4
hit
and
my
down to
computer.
back and forth and back and forth. And it's just kind of like, I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
because, I did the chasing the carrot thing, some last year, early in the year. And you just finally get to the point to where it's like, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And if it's not, it won't. But what's my why? That's what keeps me is, what is my why? Not how and when, but why. And I do it to help people see patterns and kind of break free of them. And that's my why. And I've got it written down over here and I can just look at it and that helps.
Cheryl brought that up. I'm glad you mentioned that, Rhonda, because Cheryl brought that up. I think it was on my live yesterday when I was washing dishes, talking about our why. You got to remember your why. And I know that, but things just fall out of my brain sometimes and I don't latch onto them like I should. But I thought, she's right. I need to go look at my why. I need to make sure that's still my why. And I need to spend some time pondering on that, which I did. That's a really good thing to bring up, Rhonda. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
And Krista before just said that she had a 21-day break.
Wow.
That's good. And is that because you were busy with your house and preparing for sale, Krista? Or were you just doing other things, projects? Were you traveling or... And Bobby from @Ragged Poet, who's just amazing for being here. She's had 4 hours sleep on a 50-hour journey from the UK.
Wow.
Time steps work, and that 5-second thing is pretty good for getting going. Is that Mel Robbins, the 5 seconds thing?
Yeah.
Or was that...
Yeah.
I was thinking of her. Yeah.
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 And she's the one that says motivation is garbage.
Yeah.
Mel Robbins. Yeah.
Yeah. She has fun. Let them. I like that one from her.
Yeah.
Just let them. Yeah.
Is that something that these big podcasters and influencer people have just been talking about in the past few years? Because I think that years ago, I never used to hear that there was no such thing as motivation, whereas now it seems for the last 5 years or so, everyone is talking about that, and it seems to be in the general consciousness now that we accept that we take an action and then we feel good about it, or whatever. Is that right? Or has that concept of there's no such thing as motivation been actually talked about for a long time?
I don't know about how long it's all been talked about, but I was listening to a young lady that's 28 talk about, she's actually very successful YouTuber, as well as I think she paints with acrylic. She started pulling all these books down off the shelf saying, I've read this and I've read this and I've read this. And she was explaining how important the decade is between the age of 20 and 30. If you start saving money, you'll, have a lot of money when you're older. If you have children, you're going to have a nice family. And if you get your education and you work really hard, you're going to have, a great job. Those are the goals. But over the last several decades, it's gradually shifted into, if you're 20, don't get married, don't get your career, go to school if you want, travel overseas, do what you want with who you want, live kind of a low moral lifestyle. And then when you're 30, you get back and you be serious. You're like, well, now I'm getting too old to have kids. Now I don't have a partner. And everybody is kind of like going, well, I guess I'll work at Starbucks part-time. So it's pretty hard to motivate somebody that is going, but I'm only going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to take responsibility for the things in my life that I need to take care of.
True.
because I'm not motivated to do my dishes. I'm not motivated to go pull weeds. But if I want it to look nice, I have to do my dishes and I have to pull. It's the same with friendships. You know, sometimes people are having a rough time and they need your ear to listen. I just can't babble the whole time. So it's a give and take in your life as far as, is it motivation? Is it just, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you just have enough values and stamina to do what you need to get done? And if you say, okay, I'm going to do this from here to here, no matter what the outcome is, then you do a little regroup with yourself and say, okay, now this is where I'm at. Do I keep going, or do I change direction, or do I not do it at all anymore? But if you say you're going to give something 6 months, take the whole 6 months. Don't go 2 and go, well, this isn't going the way I thought it would go. I'm not going to do it anymore.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what? I think too that it's about the bigger picture, isn't it? Like it's us knowing that, you know, it's recognizing like a friend in need, and it's like I guess it's the value in your heart, you know, that you give to that person, that long-term enduring friendship and growing friendship that you know that, you know, it's going to make a difference to them, and, you know, just all it costs you is some time and some, you know, genuine listening. But that's what I think it is. That's where I think we dig deep and we recognize, or we try to recognize those moments that, oh, someone needs me, and sort of tuning into that.
Yeah, and if you think about things that take a long time that are worth the while, whether you're planting a garden, you're raising a baby, you're nurturing a friendship, a marriage, a new job, you're learning your skills. If you don't take the time and the patience and the care, and in some situations the love, you're not going to have anything. But you have to put the time in and the love and the care to make your outcome what you see other people have, that you're like, wow, I would really like to have this wonderful teenager that's in sophomore year in high school and they're touring colleges and they're working part-time. They've saved half their college money, or they bought their own car. But, you know, it's easy to look at somebody else and say, I want what they have, but how hard did they work for it? Or what if they didn't work for it? What if their parents gave it to them? They just came from that kind of family. You have to stay in your own lane and look at your own goals and always reevaluate. If you think those goals are not reachable, then look for another one.
Good
Yeah, I
points.
love to talk about YouTube, being a baby, being like a baby. Evie, do you want to talk about that? I love that analogy.
Yeah, I had just said that starting YouTube is like raising a baby. You know, it's newborn. It depends on you for everything. And when it's 6 months old, you don't go, look, you're not walking, you're not feeding yourself anymore, you're still messing yourself. And so you're like, I want to give it back. This isn't what I signed up for. So just give it the time that it needs. And every, you know, like they say, every baby crawls, but some of them walk and they go back to crawling. And so it goes in different stages sometimes too. Sometimes we get a big surge and then we'll go back to crawling.
Good points. Yeah, deep. We're getting deep tonight.
I'm not a very deep person.
I'm just
I have a friend that was telling me, if you're envious of somebody, do that thing they're doing, then do that thing. And I have a friend, when I published my very first book, she wrote to me, she said, I'm so jealous of you. This sucks. I can't. I said, well, let's write a book. And she did. She wrote her own book. I'll never forget that. And we met, we actually meet, and I helped her. I found an editor for her, and she did the thing. And me, it was my mom, who was such a great writer, and she didn't get to write a book. So that's what made me do it. And, you know, I was thinking I want to call motivation for me happiness. I want happiness. That's my motivator, but it's not even a it just, happiness is the word for me instead of motivation. If there's no motivation to just do those things that make you happy. I don't know. Those are the thoughts I got. I love the baby with the YouTube because it needs us. and then it can take kind of a life of its own with the community and grow up. And
Well,
yeah.
mine's about to be 1 year old now, and if it doesn't start walking, we're gonna have to go see a doctor.
I'm sending mine to Rhonda.
But you know, I've also heard that the other little story that they say, like, you know, babies don't give up walking. Like, babies don't, when they have their first birthday, look around at all their friends, and if they're not walking, they say, oh, okay, clearly I'm not going to be a walker. You know, and I'll keep crawling. I quite like that little analogy too. You know.
And how hard is walking? Have you ever thought about if you had to stand up at 40, 50, 60, 70, however old you are? Okay, let's walk on these things that are like this long and about this wide, and then do like this. And we'd never learn if we had to learn at this age. We had to take the steps to learn to walk and learn to feed ourselves. And then you'll eventually go to school and drive and get jobs and be parents. It's a long process.
Preach. That's all good stuff. Yes. Evie is on it tonight. I love it.
And you know,
Yeah,
Abby,
she's on
if
fire. She's on
I
fire.
heard that, I'd be like, nope, I'm not going any further.
Well, I'm finding it harder to walk as I get older.
There you go. We're going backwards, right?
Finding the diapers are needed occasionally.
Or get off the chair.
Yes. Definitely. And you know, we're not supposed to push up. We're supposed to go like this and stand like we're coming up from a squat. So if you're not doing that, you better start. Yeah. Sorry.
If I did that, they would think I'm taking a dump in my pants.
Okay, Allison, you don't have to do that then. That's okay. But Diana,
Thanks.
yeah,
Thanks.
we better do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my
Probably
brain
should
went
try it.
sideways there.
I'm always like, I need to put myself up.
But Diana,
I
I
want to
love.
mention. I'm sorry. I don't know if my friend
What?
Welshman Forever has ever been on our group live before. Welshman, if you have been here
yeah.
before and I have forgotten, forgive me. But he is a dear man. He makes shorts about his food, making something yummy
Great.
every day, and he does very welcoming lives. So I just wanted to
Hi.
give him a shout out. Thank you to everyone in the chat. But I noticed specifically that my friend Welshman Forever was here. So thank you, Welshman.
That's so nice, because I was a little bit confused about the yellow heart red. I'm not quite sure. Maybe that was some emojis or something that didn't come through.
Oh.
Did you see
Yeah.
when Welshman Forever first came on? This was the first comment. But
Oh,
Oh, I
you're
didn't
really-
notice that.
But Paula has identified that you are not spamming us, but you are a real person with nice, welcoming lives and good
Yes.
food.
Yes, he's a very nice person.
Nice.
I'm trying
Yes.
to look him up.
So I was going to say, Diana, I think it's really cool that you are encouraging people just to write that book if they want to, like
Mhm.
in your
I wanted to be a book coach. You know, there was a book coach that had me on the phone for an hour, $100, and she didn't really tell me much at all.
a book coach.
Yes, I had a book coach, and I thought, I don't even want to make money on it. It is so rewarding to help my friend to do that, because I have the editor, I have all the people that work so hard to, and I just want to help people free of charge. And that lady that charged me $100, I learned that. I don't know. You have to be careful of that,
$100.
because you can get help. I have a formatter that hasn't even charged me for many things just because she cares about the mission. So if you have something heartfelt, it's not the money. It's really, you know, I had an author. It's actually the man who wrote his story in my book. He found out he was autistic when he was 60 years old. He told me, I was first talking to him years ago. He said, you never write a book for the money, or it just won't come through. The energy won't come through. It won't happen. And I started to think that about doing YouTube, because I really wanted to get monetized and just make it my career and all that. And I thought, if I'm going with that thought, it'll come out in my videos. I'll get frustrated sooner. I won't do it with that, because people want us to be real. so much. So if I'm on there trying to throw paper and be all weird just to get views, people know that. And so it's the intention, and even behind the book, even behind just doing it out of love is just the most, we hear it all the time, but it's so true that we have to do it if we love it, and we can't. And it just happens. And I'm trying to think of something Mel Robbins, we were talking about her, and she said, you're just to help people, the money will come at some point. It just will be there if you're helping people, the more people you help. I remember hearing that from her right when somebody told me to listen to her when I wrote my first book. But yeah, I've been trying to, it's hard with YouTube though, because you see other people, you get envious, like, how'd they get that many views? And I only have,
That's what I think about Alexis Saranoia.
Huh?
That's when I think about Alexis Saranoia. That's what I think is the massive secret. Not so secret, I guess, but for 6 months when she started her channel, she did those 3 videos a week, and she just helped people. She went hard out using only the webcam on her laptop. She didn't even get like an external camera or webcam or anything like that. And so, when she just went hard out helping people and giving value, that's when people are just like, oh, you're my person that I can rely on to tell me everything I need to know about the YouTube growth and stuff like that. Just what you're saying, Dinah, it's helping people, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And I've tried to say, I talk about self-centeredness. I don't want to say narcissism. It's narcissistic traits that sometimes happen. And so I'm constantly conscious about, am I saying I too much? Am I talking about me too much? And even thumbnails, I've had to, when I'm asking ChatGPT, like, oh, can you help me with a title on this? Because I don't know what to title this video. And it'll say, I felt this way. And I said, no, I want it to be you, how you're feeling, so the people can listen. Because there's a point to talk about ourselves. People like drama and, oh, this happened to me today, and that's like, but it's still not giving value when you're saying, if you're feeling this way, this is what can help you, and this is what. And it's been this kind of to remind myself not to get so caught up, because I just in my niche I can. It's like, oh, what happened to me today, which is good to a point, and it can help people feel validation that, hey, that happened to me too, and and you're. But to really give value, like, okay, well, what do you do if that happens to you? How do you, do better or reframe it or something like that? And that always kind of gives more value. So I hope that made sense. I hope that helped.
Yes.
I got value from that, Dinah.
Oh, good. I felt like I was, have you ever gotten, because I know a lot of us just get on, or I'm not sure, because I don't know you all too well, but we get on and just talk about our life. And how often do you do scripts? Because I hear different times like, well, you're just going to talk word salad all around and not get to a point. I know this is off topic with motivation, but do you focus on one thing and get right to the point? That's what I always hear to do. Like right away, get to the point of what you're talking about and then go from there. I think that's just kind of a general what's best to do.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I saw on Alexis Saranoia's newsletter. Have any of you guys signed up to that? Do you guys get her newsletter?
No.
Oh, it's just a free
I don't read
newsletter.
my email, so
Yeah. No, but just I'll just read the first little line of one that came through, which I thought she's just got. Most creators don't lose viewers because their ideas are bad. They lose viewers because their videos are unstructured. They open with a slow setup. They over-explain. They ramble for 2 minutes before the video actually starts.
Yeah.
It just goes, deliver on the promise of your title immediately. Write your opening line last. I think Rob, the Maritimer, talks about that too. I like waiting till the end to go, oh, and hi, I'm Rob, blah, blah, at the end. And then cut anything your viewer didn't ask for. So I thought, that's cool, little bit of, straight to the point advice into the inbox there. But just along the lines of what you're saying, Dinah, like giving the value.
Yeah. And then I went on and talked too much when everybody else was.
No, like we're like reading the comments and we're just
I know.
catching
Yes.
up and thinking.
I need to ask you off of here how I want to be able to answer, and I'm not figuring out how to do that. But you tell me later.
Go into the. Are you in the private chat or are you in comments?
I'm in. I don't want to take away from. I'll figure
No,
it out.
no, like we're just a couple of minutes from finishing, but just
Oh.
ask
Right.
you, Dinah.
We're here to solve problems. This is a problem we can solve.
Oh, I just when I go into the
I don't know
studio.
about StreamYard, so just
Let me see. I'm gonna type hello. No.
Oh,
No,
you've done it on
that's
the private chat. Yes, you have said hello on the private chat.
I got that in your private chat. Go next to
oh.
Maybe that's because you're not. Are you streaming live on your channel, Dinah? No, you're
No.
not. No, so
No.
maybe
next to the private
maybe that
chats. You know where you just typed it?
Yeah.
Then there's right next to it. It says comments.
Oh.
Click on comments.
Allison,
Just
you're
just
not,
a little bit
go now.
Allison, you're not streaming on right now, are you,
What?
Allison? You're not
Yeah.
streaming on your channel,
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
are you?
I should be. I set it to do it.
I don't know if it looks like you are.
It's not letting me connect. Okay. Oh. How weird.
Should I just quickly check for you, Allison, if I can see?
Yeah,
you're
that
live?
would be great because I was gonna look here, but
Okay.
No, I still can't get
While
in
you
there.
all are doing that, I want to say Joshua's name. He likes to hear his name. Hello, Joshua.
Hi, Joshua.
Hey, Joshua.
We all like to hear our name. We should always say our name. I remember being on a group where we would say each other's names. I'm trying to get into the chat. and
They
I
even wrote a
can't.
song about that.
Oh, really?
Say my name.
Oh. I can't get into the chat. I don't know.
I don't know that song. Sing some more, Evie.
I
Oh,
guess
that's all the
not.
words I know is say my name, say my name.
Karen, it doesn't look like I am.
No, it doesn't look like you are, girl.
I
Darn
can't get
it.
in.
Oh, but I tell you what though, I can send
well.
you this link if you want to put this on your channel for a video because
Okay.
your video too.
Okay.
All right, girlies, are we all done?
Thank you, Joshua. Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
thank
hi,
you,
Maddie.
Karen.
Yeah.
I think we're done. We have philosophized and we've been shallow and deep and everywhere, and we've probably
Yes.
solved someone's problem somewhere.
Yes.
Yes, we've done some deep dives, some shallow
Helping.
dives,
Sideways dives.
Sideways.
sideways dives.
Been
All
to
right,
some
so-
dives.
Dumpster dives.
There you go.
This is literally why I've really come to just really truly understand that that's what I love about hanging out with you guys for an hour, because it does motivate me. It's fun, and we talk about stuff and we solve some problems and we don't solve some problems and all of that. I just love this.
We
So,
don't solve
We don't solve some problems.
We make
You're
more
right.
problems.
Hey, we're only here for an hour, Dinah.
Hey guys, I
How
have
are
to
they-
tell you, I sold a Matchbox car yesterday for $49.
Wow.
Good job.
A
Wow.
Matchbox
Wow.
car.
What did you buy
And
it for?
I had it in my booth. It was like in a bundle, like at the Goodwill or whatever. And when I looked it up, it said it was worth a lot of money. So I put $44 on it
And you sold it.
and I sold it.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, girl. When does your new booth start? Your bigger one? Is it in March?
March
or-
1st. But what was it last week? I don't know. I put a bow. I was taping a bow. I shouldn't even say anything. Never mind. Because I don't know
come
who's
on.
watching this. But anyways,
Oh, okay. never mind.
March 1st.
Okay.
That's
Are you
soon.
going to schedule at some point like a live, even if it's before you open or something like that? Because if you do, then you could promote it to us, and if we're around, we'll come in. I know you'll probably be frantic before you open your
Yeah,
booth. but-
maybe.
But
I don't
that's
know.
a good video.
I have to
Alice
see
and
if-
Frantic.
The only thing is that, well, my new booth, I'm going to have to go stand right where my booth is right now is below the speaker. And so you hear the music the loudest in my
Oh.
booth because it covers the whole store.
Mm.
So I'm just moving on the other side of my booth, but it's not going to be underneath. If I can tune out the music, then I can do a live.
Oh,
Right.
I understand. Yeah.
Mm.
So, okay.
Can
but
I
what
show
about
my nails before we go?
Ooh,
Aren't they cute?
beautiful. They look like Easter nails.
I had to. I know it's
I'm
a little
not going to
soon
show
for Easter.
mine. Those are beautiful. Anybody else want to show your nails?
But sorry,
Plain.
I had so Hot Wheels. My partner had Hot Wheels. They can sell for quite a bit. Is that what you have in your booth mostly, or what's just?
I just had, I have them periodically. I get them like
Okay.
as a set of stuff,
Yeah.
but they sell like crazy.
They do. I sold the whole set. I think it was $800 I got for quite a few.
Yeah.
And it's a
I have
good
a
one.
customer who actually bought that car. He was looking for the red tire ones. They're called Redline.
Hmm.
He taught me about it. I had no idea, but he showed me his spreadsheet with all the pictures of the cars he still needs out of the Redline collection.
Oh yeah.
And some of them were going for $1,000.
Wow. Gosh, I hope I didn't. I probably sold mine for too little, some of them, but I just wanted to. We're downside. We're moving and had to finally just do it. But yeah, that's nice.
all right, gorgeous people?
Okay, have a good weekend, everybody.
Yep.
Pageant wave.
Had to
Yes.
wave.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you,
Thank
Paula.
you. Thank you.